The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 120! Don't get nervous. Six. Check 99. General West.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
God! 230. Right there, 54 Mike. No foul. Check 9.
First carry for James Conner. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Keep playing hard. Alert.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's get it.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
A game of 9 yards.
50.
And the Steelers first down.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Conner. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They run for the first time with Benny Snell. Always got some breathing room. A game there of 30 big ones.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Niners' 9.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Boswell's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
A gain of 5 brings up
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. play action. Now Garoppolo. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They start the drive with Conner. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Monday, double dog, that's the way. Watch the eye. Jim, like I said.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. On first down, Conner. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down now, it's Conner. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
50.
They'll run on first down. Conner. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Right there, 54.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Conner trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They run with Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Connor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Garoppolo now, 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Here's Garoppolo to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And some space here. 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 7-7. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He'll try and run for it with Conner. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Right back to Conner here on first. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 23-yard run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 24, Garoppolo, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
QB's traps. Let's go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The end result, 21 yards.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Check three.
On first down, it's Connor. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
White 80. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you. 22 and 44.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down.
White.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
21.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers get a score closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
This is Breida. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Again, it's Connor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Connor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. He's going to let it fly. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
57, Mike, 57.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Garoppolo now. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. I think everyone in the stadium. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was due in large part once again to the play of big number 7, their quarterback Ben Roethlisberger.
And as you and I both know, there can be some really good Big Ben days. There can be some not quite as good Big Ben days. But they're always going to be exciting, aren't they? He makes plays. He stands in the pocket and delivers against a fierce rush. He can exit out at times. There's something special about that guy, and no game is out of reach when he's on the field.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off of play action, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Hyde. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, it's Conner, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
James Conner on the carry. The tackle made by
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger finds his running back, James Conner. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, Conner, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
the tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
From the 41, Roethlisberger. And he slings one that's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Into a double team, and it's enters. And the ball is knocked out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. After the interception, here's Watson. On the move to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run. Hyde. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And now this throw complete to Washington, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 38 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Third down, Carlos Hyde. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going for it. It's Watson rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No, Snickers. Snickers. 41's coming. 44. Cut.
On the counter, it's Connor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Roethlisberger will throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
180. Right here, 41 Mike. In your face. Easy. Check. Hot route. Hot. Watch safety creep. Watch safety. Team spill. Safety's creeping. 44.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
41 Mike. Watch the back. He's coming.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Good set. 19. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. On 1st down, Hyde. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Flush to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Hyde. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, right.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Here we go. 230. Jack 16.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. Past the 20. And they will score. A pick six for the Texans TD. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for two.
Oh, here we go. Oh, check 39. Check 17. Hey, we got to snap it. We got to.
Out of the gun, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And this will be caught as they convert here for two. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels, and that'll bring up second down.
Black 20. Eat. Help out.
Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it.
Looking for his tight end fouls, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Roethlisberger now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they'll get this down to the 10. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 27-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
'77.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Carter. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Whip. Watch the whip. Slip point down, he's coming. Tighten up. Alert. Line him up.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Watson now on 3rd down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive will start with Connor, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, a run with Connor. Finding room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connor. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Connor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Now it's Conner. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 16, Roethlisberger. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This is taken at his 4.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Flushed out right. The ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this run. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Recon, 132 fighter. Take four.
On first down, Connor, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First down, Houston.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 26.
Hyde. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, Hyde. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a run with Hyde. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Watson off play action. Being chased out left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Bud Dupree Able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bud Dupree. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
50.
Now Roethlisberger. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run with Connor, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield. And, oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Bud Dupree bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for PPQT. It's 4th down.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game.
All right, now. White 80. Hey, alert, 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 alert. All day. Topper, topper. Alert, alert. Here we go. Here's flag.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.